Welcome everyone to Module 2 or Week 2 of Education 638, Health Education for Teachers. And this week we will take a look at health pedagogy, which is how do you actually teach health. We'll also look at mental and emotional health as well as family and social health. So in this module, what we're trying to do is we're trying to form the building blocks or the foundation of teaching health and understanding integrating health in the curriculum. And this week you'll look at Chapter 4 and an article called It's All in the Delivery. For the first assignment, this is actually a synthesis between Chapter 4 and this article. And when you're writing and doing your reflections, be sure you're citing the resources that you're using. In your reflection this week, you should correctly cite Chapter 4 as well as the Herbert and Lorman article as well. Also, take a look at the information I posted in the announcements section regarding APA and how to properly cite the articles that you're using. Now, the prompt for this is, what health pedagogical content knowledge do beginning teachers need to understand and be able to demonstrate? So, what things should teachers know and do? What strategies are successful in teaching health? Think about this for a moment while you compare Chapter 4 with the Herbert and Lorman article, and then complete your post, and you can follow the directions I have set for you there. The next assignment is designed to help you prepare your integrated health lesson plans. You will integrate the California health standards into 2 lesson plans of your choice, and these may or may not be used at your school site, but they will prepare you for understanding how to properly develop an integrated lesson plan. Now, although you will not submit anything in this particular section, it's important that you complete this. So be sure you complete all of the steps thoroughly. I believe this will be beneficial for you in helping you complete your signature assignment, which is the integrated health lesson plan. So be sure you review and follow all the steps correctly. The question is often asked, how do you integrate health? And this is something that must be deliberately done. The health standards will not be addressed unless specifically planned for, and we've discussed the importance of incorporating health, so we know that this is something that actually needs to be included in the curriculum. So for this section, I've provided some information, actually an outline to guide you. And what I want you to do here is review the Common Core standards and the state standards. Now, if you're teaching K through 6, you have the Common Core standards for ELA and math, but you also have the content standards. If you're a multiple subject candidate, you're going to focus on ELA and math for your grade level. So for all multiple subject candidates, you will create an English language arts or math lesson. If you're not currently teaching or doing student teaching or have one of those placements, you can choose a grade level that you would like to teach, something that's appropriate and applicable to you. And keep in mind that whichever grade level you select, you want to stick with that grade level throughout the class as well as both lessons. If you're a single subject candidate, you're going to review the content standards for your current classroom. If you're teaching English or math, you're going to use the Common Core state standards. If you teach any other subject, PE for example, science, music, or anything other than English or math, you're going to use the literacy standards from the Common Core along with your content standards. So again, if you're a math or English teacher at the secondary level, you're going to take a look at the Common Core standards and the health standards. If you're a PE science, social science, musical, or technical arts teacher, you're going to look at your content standards, the literacy standards, and the health standards. And this is actually how integrated units first come together, by unpacking and analyzing all the different standards and seeing how they work together and where the natural overlaps are with the other standards and other information that you're required to teach. Next, you'll take a look at the California health standards, and these are developed directly from the national standards. And you'll notice one of the differences are that grades 9 through 12 are actually combined. They're not separated out like the others. And there's also a clear outline of when each standard should be addressed. So make sure you're looking at your specific grade levels. And as you look through the standards, notice any areas that naturally connect with one another or the overlaps. There are some natural links and connections with other standards, but if you're not analyzing each one of those, you'll kind of miss out on that. And this is one of the things that makes an integrated lesson plan so powerful and meaningful. It's when you have a natural alignment between 2 different subjects, and you can effectively enhance both subjects by integrating them and teaching them, giving equal attention to both. Then what I want you to do is also review Chapter 15 and the 10 lesson plans for your grade level. And this is what I believe to just be an effective resource for you and a good reason for actually keeping this textbook. So take a look at those 10 lesson plans in Chapter 15 for each grade level. Then I want you to review the lesson plan template and the signature assignment rubric that I've previously posted for you. This will give you some additional guidelines on completing your integrated lesson plan. So take your time and give this section some attention. Be sure you do look at that template as well as the rubric, because that's how those will be assessed. Next, I have a section on writing learning objectives for integrated lessons. And within this form, there are 6 steps to help you develop your objectives. And although this may seem like a ton of information right now, I do believe that each step is vital. And in this form, your requirements are listed in red. So take a look at each one of those one at a time. There is a lot of information in this module, so it's important to give this some attention throughout the week and read through each section, read through each step and the guidelines that I have listed for you in developing your objectives, and that will help you complete your post. I've also included some helpful resources on unpacking the standards, as well as a folder which includes some additional resources on terminology, Bloom's taxonomy, also language that you can use when developing your objectives. So take some time and take a look at those. So as you look at the remainder of the module, it's very similar to the first one. You'll have your wiki on chapter 5, and then you'll have your form entry post on that one. And the same thing for chapter 6. There's a wiki for that as well as a form post. And lastly, you have your module feedback to complete, just like in the previous week. So take each requirement step by step, follow the directions, and you should be fine. If you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to email me, and I try to clarify anything that may seem confusing. Take care, and we'll see you online.